Yes, Mahesh, we can see your screen.
Okay. So this is the SAP technology. Okay. And this is where the ABAP falls. So anyone can just tell what is the ABAP that you maybe understood, or SAP what you have understood. What about SAP that maybe you are aware, the new people, what you understood? What is this? Who has developed this and what purpose this SAP has been developed?
So, hi. So, Lahari
Yes.
this side.
Oh yeah,
So, SAP basically developed for ERP software,
correct,
which is used to maintain internal transactions of a company. So,
correct,
for the
perfect,
data flow between internal modules, and it shares
correct,
the same database. Yeah.
correct. Very good, correct. So system applications and products, so the SAP full form actually, this SAP is for business applications basically. Business applications. So like manufacturing, okay, or maybe the finance, banking, right? Retail business, right? Mm, real estate. So what is this one is? It is a package software actually. SAP is a business, not a open source software. The SAP is a package software which has been built by the developed by the Germany people for the business applications. For the with SAP, what is advantage of the for the clients is so they run the business a better way with the SAP technology, SAP software. SAP is not a free software. SAP is a software which has to be purchased from the SAP company. So this is the flow to the client here is SAP. So SAP software will be purchased by the client. Say suppose client you take as a, for example, BMW. And this BMW, what they do is they go and ask for they will purchase the SAP software for their business applications, for their all manufacturing business data to maintain all sales orders, so purchase orders, so invoice, everything. So they need one software to be available for all their business purpose. So they go for the SAP company and then purchase the SAP software, and then that SAP software to adopt to the client BMW, they approach to the different companies, maybe Accenture here, and maybe it is IBM here, or maybe Capgemini. Capgemini. So these people may approach to these people or these people or these people, where these people are service providers. So they will provide a service of SAP software installation or software adopting this to companies. So they'll provide these companies. So you will work in these companies as a SAP consultant. Okay. So coming to ABAP point of view, any idea what is the ABAP? Anyone? What is the ABAP full form? What is the ABAP exactly? Full form of ABAP?
Advanced business application
programming. So advanced business application programming. Okay. This ABAP is built only for the SAP software only. It's SAP's own programming language. This is SAP's own programming language. It is not applicable for any other applications to be developed. You cannot develop any other applications other than SAP business. It is a business programming language, ABAP. So to learn the ABAP, so you don't need any basic any programming languages. But if you are familiar with any other programming languages, it will be a little bit advantage. Otherwise, so it is not very mandatory to know any prerequisite to be known to learn the ABAP. Okay, because it is completely different syntax it follows the SAP's own programming language. This is a programming language. What is the purpose of that ABAP is we build through the ABAP, we will build all SAP screens, data posting, data extraction. So I'll quickly tell you one process, how it looks, how it works. This is the process. There will be like this business transaction code. We call as in SAP transaction codes, business T codes. And here there will be SAP database tables here. So business transactions is used for maintaining the business data. I'll show you practically. And this business T code is going to be used by the user. Very important terminology in this SAP is user and developer. User, developer, functional, okay. So we'll discuss this as well. When it comes to the user, think of what is the user meaning in general. Anyone know?
The one who uses the software or
Correct.
the end user?
Correct. End user, correct. Who is going to use our product? Like for example, right, we are the end users for the IRTC. We all know IRTC. So we use suppose any KSRTC, for example, for booking the bus tickets. So all these things for those websites, we are the end users. So who is the programmers for the IRTC? Developers?
TCS?
The people who has developed that websites, that backend programming people. Same way in SAP as well. So the users are the people who are going to use your applications, programs and all. They are the users who will be using our programs day to day for their business purpose. Whereas developers are we people who develop the business transaction codes using the ABAP programming language. Okay, so this is the flow actually. Business transaction codes will save the data. Data will go to here and save in the database tables. For this, the process will be complete. The code has been written in the ABAP. Again, in SAP, two type of things will be there. One is the standard applications provided. So other one is the custom applications. Standard means SAP will provide where you use that user will use just like that directly. So I'll show you quickly one flow, one material creation. I'll show the data flow, how it looks. So coming to SAP system point of view, the access point of view, okay. So the training point of view, I'll provide the remote desktop connection where you don't need to be install any software in your system. So directly you can connect to the server through the remote desktop app will be available by default to all our Windows laptops. The same way, generally you will connect for the client systems as well. But maybe sometimes different softwares we use like Citrix or different softwares we use to connect the client system, but otherwise same here. Let me connect system. So this is the remote desktop. And these softwares are now will be installed by default in the remote desktop. This is SAP logon. So how this SAP connection will be, it will be like this, the flow. Explain the flow that as well. This is the flow. This is the presentation layer. And this is the application layer. This is the DB layer. This is the SAP architecture. This is the DB layer. Presentation layer is nothing but a UI layer. UI. What is the UI?
User interface.
User interface.
User
User
interface.
interface. User interface. So through the presentation layer, we'll connect to SAP system. And all our programs, all our applications, whatever you are running, programs, business transaction codes, everything run on the application layer, in this layer. And the data will be saved in this DB layer. This is the flow. Okay, I'll write quickly one program as well. First, I'll show the business transaction code, how the data flows. And then I'll show you how this program, I'll write one program also, so that you'll get a feel of how the SAP ABAP looks. So I will log in here. This is how the SAP people, when new coming to SAP, they call it a tool. SAP tool is not a tool we call in general, but SAP system. We can all call as a SAP system. We'll see all this S4, what is S4 HANA and all. Okay, this is the login screen, first login screen, where you will be given the unique user ID, and then you password is case sensitive, and then you log into SAP system. This is SAP system. This is the first screen of the SAP system, how it looks. Now, suppose in the business point of view, the user want to create some material data. What he will do is he will go to MM01. So this is the navigation we can, or prompt you can say, where you can go from one transaction code to other transaction code. I'll tell you what is the meaning of transaction code as well. Okay. This is one business transaction code. That also I'll write here. There are two types of transaction codes. One is business transaction code. For all the business purpose, will business T codes, where the user will use all these business transaction codes. And then there are technical transaction codes we call technical T codes. Where developers uses these technical T codes to create the programs. For example, SC38 to create a new ABAP program. To create any new table, we'll go to SC11. Okay, to create any function model, we go for SC37. Like this. These are the technical T codes who is used by the developers to create a business transaction codes. This is the concept actually. And this is going to use by the developer. Developer, ABAP consultant, ABAP programmer, all these are the technical consultant, all are same only. We refer to the ABAP consultant. Of course, technical consultant means basis people also call as a technical consultant. But ABAP consultant, okay, ABAP programmer, ABAP developer, all are same terminology, where you are responsible to develop a programs basically. It's a programming language. Okay. Now if you go to here, I'll quickly create one new material here. So I'll create a new material. I'm just choosing some industry here. Maybe I choose some automobile industry. Material type. Maybe a raw material. This screen, what you are seeing currently, this screen has been built by SAP company using the ABAP as a programming language. Are getting my point? What I'm trying to say? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. So now I'll press the enter here. So what is the exact meaning of this one is user is trying to create one material, some material information they want to create. So they have given the basic information of this one. So all these things as a mapper, we don't need to know. Okay, this will become the data through the configuration or settings done by SAP functionals. I'll come that point as well. What they will do, what we do. Okay. So now if I press enter, it was some more information. So I'm creating some new material. You see 1433 system has been generated. To generate the material number automatically, there will be configuration defined by the SAP functional consultants. This materials creation and all, this materials information all will be taken care by the SAP functional consultant. So I'll use some test material. Or you can imagine this one is a basic like a website where you are giving all your information to store in the database. Similar way, this one as well. How do you measure this material? Maybe KZ. Okay, material group. Under what material group it comes here? Raw material. See here, if you see this search option, this we call in SAP as a search help. Search help. This is built through the ABAP. This will be part of the course we'll be going to discuss. We'll be going to do practically. How to get a field for a field, how to get this option, searching option. Okay. Division. I'll choose some division as well randomly. Just to understand the data flow only, don't need to understand what exactly of this each field. Later you can think, we can go through, we'll go through it. Say suppose 100 and net weight is maybe 50 and unit weight is kg. That's all. We'll give just basic information to make you get the clarity about the how data flows. This is the flow I was telling. Data will flow from now. We are here now. The moment you click on save button, the information will go from here to here through the web code, backend web code. Save it now. You see now the material number has been created. Where it has been created? In the database. Every programming language, this is the concept, right? Once you do some activity, right? Data insert. Okay, the information will go and sit in the database table. So where here in the SAP point of view, where you see the database information is, there is a transaction code. SAP has built the transaction code, SC11. /O, why I'm giving here is to open the new transaction code, I'm giving /O. /O SC11. Then there is a standard table, MARA, which holds the business data of the materials what you create through the business transaction code. Okay, this is the tables. Tables you might be knowing, many of you or any other programming languages. Tables is what the table's purpose?
To store data.
To store the data permanently, basically, right, in the database. If I go to display, this is the table structure, table information, fields. This is not a data, this screen, what you are seeing currently. This is the structure of the table. Okay, we'll see all as part of the training. So we'll see how to create this type of table. Now we'll see the data. To see the data, we'll go to here, contents. Contents is records. Now I'll copy paste this material number. 1433. 1433. You can see here.
So we can't see the screen, sir.
You can't see my screen?
We are able to see. I'm able to see.
Check Kumar, right? Others you can see my screen, right? All of you, hello.
Yes,
Yes,
able to see,
Mahesh.
able to see,
Yes,
able to see,
able to see.
able to see.
This is the data flow. See, data is went to database tables. See, this is the data flow from business transaction to the tables here, from here to here. So user has created new material information. He clicked on save and data went to the database tables, and we saw that through the SC11. What is the SC11 is? SC11 is the, we call as ABAP dictionary, SC11, where you don't need to log into database separately. Database, this is a database. This is a database. You don't need to log into database. Okay. But being the application presentation layer itself, if you go to SC11, you can see all the tables information, tables data. You don't need to log in here. Okay. Through this, what we are seeing is, we are seeing that the data has been transferred from here to here. You are seeing through the SC11. This is the flow. Now, day-to-day business activities, this is one of the major business activities will be going in the companies or SAP, whoever is using SAP. This is one type of business flow will happen. Okay. And for example, this material, what you created just now, you want to change some information. So SAP has created one more transaction code, MM02. So if I go to MM02, right? Same material, I can change the data, different data I can provide here. I mean, some information I can change here. See the same material data coming now in the editable format. Suppose if you want make it this gross weight instead of 100, you can make it 50. Okay. Again, the same flow now. We are here now. We are going to click on save button. The moment you click on save button, the information will go what you have been entered here and the screen fields transferred to database tables. Transferred means backend program will trigger. A back program will trigger. I'll show that program as well. That program is responsible to carry information from the T code to tables. Now the moment I click on save, so the gross weight should be become 50 now. Save it. Right? It is saying that it has been changed. Let's check it in the database table. It has been reflected or not. I'll go to the table. It's the gross weight, 100 only. It's not reflecting. Why? What could be the reason? It is not reflecting. This gross weight should become 50 because I've changed it to 50. Think of what could be the reason.
We saved it, but we didn't run.
Refresh. We have not done refresh in this screen. See here, there is a button here. Now, if you see here, data will be there here. Gross weight has come the 50 here. The new value has come. The old value will be overwritten here. Gross weight. This is the flow of the change of the any business data. Now I'll show the display of the data as well. For display of the data, there is one more transaction, MM03 /n MM03. Same material information, you can just see what things are available and all for this given material. You can see this one. Observe here the closely the skin fields. What is the difference between earlier skin fields and now this current skin fields? Same skin only. What is the difference? Exactly if you find the earlier screen and current screen. When you go for MM01, MM02 and MM03. The purpose is MM01 is to create a new material data. MM02 is to change the existing material data. MM03 is to display the existing materials. So
This
how
is
it
read
look?
only, yeah?
Read only. It just brings the data and then show you because you are display only. See, this is display. You can't modify here. You cannot modify. This is the business transaction code. Any SAP business work process will be more or less this way it will work. Data entry and data retrieval for the single business information. We'll go to the program as well. I'll go through the program as well. Okay. If you want, I'll create one more material quickly. I'll show you the code as well. Backend code. See here. I'll create one more material. MM01. Okay. I can choose the same automobiles, raw material. Yes. We will build all this one in ABAP through ABAP. Once we get into the topics, this will build through the ABAP module pool programming, college module pool programming. Now I'll create one more material. Maybe test material 2. 20 June. And give the base units of measure here. And division here. All right. This fields, right? This fields what has to be given and all. As a ABAP developer, when you are building your own screens, this information will be given by the business people and SAP functional people both together. I'll tell you that flow as well in next 5 minutes. Okay. Now this new material, before saving, I'll show you the code as well. Click on here. Okay. Now to see the code, you can put here /h. /h means go for debugging mode. No debugger is debug means one of the important terminology for all programmers, right? Across the technologies. What the purpose of debugging?
To check for errors.
To
Syntax.
check for errors and as well as to check the flow of the control in the runtime, how is going on. Correct, right? So the moment I click on save now, see here. I clicked on save now. Now this is the ABAP code. This is the ABAP code built by SAP company for the business material to create a material because it is standard material. Standard means SAP provided business transaction code. This is the ABAP code. This is what we are going to learn. Now control is here. In this flow, control is in this journey. I mean code. This is the code here. Once that code is completely executed, the journey will go from screens fields to the SAP database tables, the data flow. Now it will be going on executing line by line. Now complete code is executed. Now one more material has been created, 1434. So I'll see that 1434 as well here. Go to dictionary, Mara, table contents. I can search here 1434 as well. 1434. Right? This is the new material number. You can see here the material quantity and all what I have given. And also I given the material description as test material 2. That will be flown into other table. That table is MAKT. S11. Another database table, standard database table. MAKT. Right? You can check it here. 14. What the material number is? 1434, right? 1434 here. We see 1434. Execute. So this is the material number. I just now created the description. It has been transferred to database. This is the flow. Okay, now I'll write one simple ABAP program as well to fetch the data. Whatever. So this flow we have done. Now other flow is this is the ABAP program. Okay. Entire ABAP concepts will fall under this flow, what I'm saying, and all my training will be take this flow only. Through this flow, I'll explain every topic. This is SAP database. So you query the data, and this will be the input. We call it selection screen in SAP, input screen. And here is the output. This is the input. And you query, you go write a query, data control go to here, brings the data and display the output. I'll write just quickly this one, 5 minutes. I go to here. So where you write the ABAP program is, there is a technical transaction code, as I said earlier, SC38. So this is the transaction code SAP has created for creating the ABAP programs in the ABAP editor, GUI editor. This is the first screen. Any ABAP program should start with Z or Y must. Okay, the reason is SAP also developed a lot of their own programs to differentiate their programs on our programs, custom programs. Custom, we are the custom. We do the custom activities. They made this naming standards. Either we should use Z or Y as a first character. Z, say test program. This is just a program name I'm giving. Click on create. It will ask the next pop-up. What the title of the program? ABAP test program. So type executable program. We'll see this one all one by one once we start the training. Save it here. So once you save it, you'll ask a package. See? Package purpose is like a folders in the Windows to store all your programs so that you can move from one system to other system. I'll tell you that landscape as well. This is the package. Once you save the package, under the package, your programs are, your programs can be moved from one system to other system. Click on save. Enter. This is a transport request. Under the transport request, program will be saved. Now this is the ABAP editor, how it looks. This is where you are going to write or you are going to live if you are getting into ABAP world. GUI, ABAP editor. I'll write just first one line statement only. Right. Welcome to SAP ABAP. This is one simple statement where it will display the output. This is the output print screen, print output screen in C language and other languages. This is syntax check. This is the activation. We'll see the activation purpose. To get the latest program code output, you see this activation, no? Execute. This is the output. So this flow, what this flow is happened is, this is the flow here. Once you return the program, presentation layer, you have written the program, executed. The moment you click on execute button, control will go to here. Execution process will happen here and information will send back to you in the presentation layer. So, this is the flow. For this one line, this is the flow. From here, control will go to from here to here, execution process, display back the data. It will not go to here for this program line. Why?
Because
This
there
is
is no
DB.
DB statement.
Because there is no DB statement. Suppose if I write a DB statement, select star from Mara into table IT_Mara. This is simple, we call as open SQL statements in ABAP. So meaning of that is there are two types of statements in ABAP. One is database statements. One is DB statements. So this is comments, star means DB statements where we access the database. Very simple concept here is you don't need any connection to be established explicitly. In SAP, database connection is inbuilt. There is no any GDBC or any other concepts to be required, or the database specific things to access the database. This simple statement, line number 10, will go, control will go to database and brings the data, this flow. Data will go, it goes to from here to here and brings the data. This one I have not built, I will do it. That statement will go the data, brings and display the output. See here. Now you can check the syntax. This is syntax check. Right? It's saying that data field is unknown. So you should do the declaration statement here. Data. IT underscore Mara. Type table of Mara. A very important thing we will discuss very clearly in the once question starts. We call data objects. This one. Three types of data objects. One is variable. Other one is work area. Third one is internal table. So without this, no ABAP program exists. So variable is to store single field value. Work area nothing but a structure in other programming languages to store single record in the runtime. This is called internal table, similar to your arrays in other programming languages, where it stores multiple records at the same time in the runtime of the program. Okay. Now this will bring the data, complete data from the database into your program. And quickly I'll show you the output, or maybe I'll show you the debug first. I will tell you this one as well. So data fetched and number of records is now what this exactly will do is this flow will happen. It goes to here, brings the data and put in the internal table runtime. Then you are displaying the output, not the data, but just only count to make it simple. Check syntax. Spelling mistake. Right. Check syntax. Activate. Execute now. See. What is the number of records? It's 4499. How to check it is correct or not? Go to the table here, Mara table. Database table. Display. By the number of records. 4499. This 4499 is bring to database from database to ABAP. Got the point? You can see the data as well in debug mode. I'll put a breakpoint here. Execute. See the control is here now. If you want to see the records which has been fetched from the database, you can see here 4499. Double click here. You see the 4499 records here. You can see here. It's just to make you feel how it looks the program. And this make to build this one quickly, 2 minutes I'll complete this one. No? This one, how to do this one is we can give here as a input parameters, user input. There is a keyword parameters where p underscore if you give material type Mora material type. Now you are asking the restriction you are doing. You are asking that to bring the data only for this given input. Then you should compare here where material type equal to p underscore material type. Now this type of select statement will restrict the code what the data what user is asking that only. Now if I execute, let's suppose you are asking a bus from Bangalore to Hyderabad. So it should bring only from Bangalore to Hyderabad buses like that. Now if I execute, I'll put a breakpoint here. Stop. Execute. Now I'll go FERT. FERT means finished material type. Material type. Execute. Now if you see the data here, data has come 563 materials which are related to material type FERT. You can see material type here, the field name. You see here material MTRT, only FERT. Because you are restricting the data. How many records has fetched? You can see in this variable, system variable. We'll see all this once we start the coding. 563 is correct. You can check it here. Go to table Mara. Right? Give the material type as FERT. Check the number of records. 563. Here also 563. 563 records has come from the database to your program. This is 563 rows will be there here. Go here. You see 563. Okay, this is just flow about system, how the data will flow, so it works. So I thought better to give this one. Okay, now coming to the ABAP programmer, right? As I was telling this one. Any questions here? Hello? Sorry.
Clear, sir.
Any questions? I'll get into the course contents as well quickly. So now what you are going to do here is I given as a user and a developer here, right? Developer functional here. So you are going to work closely with functional people, and functional people will work closely with the business people, or users. So they will interact with these people. They will give the business requirement, and these people will understood the business requirements, put into the requirement document we call functional designs, and then they will ask you to develop a programs as a developer. You are responsible. You are the responsible for developing the screens, programs, reports, all these things as a web developer. Okay, any questions? So coming to the course contents point of view, okay, I'll go quickly the course contents. So this is the course contents I have designed as per my experience and what I deliver for the corporate companies as well. Maybe last 2 minutes I'll give my brief about myself as well. Okay. So this is the first part. We will go through it where we'll discuss about the SAP architecture. Okay, ABAP basic programming language statements, right? Control statements, strings, all this is common across the programming languages. ABAP dictionary I was telling about the database related tables creation, tables data, all the things. Internal tables, OpenSQL, input screen, OpenSQL is not about database statements, reporting, modularization concepts. This is the first module. Listen very carefully. Important point here is ABAP is entire SAP heart. Is not like just individual module of like MM and SD, where materials management, sales and distribution, those modules are specific to that business area only. But whereas when it comes to ABAP, entire SAP has built on ABAP only. Any project without ABAP, there will not be any SAP projects. Why? Because the entire screens, everything, data flow, everything controlled by the ABAP people only. Okay, so learning the ABAP is added advantage for everyone. Even then, a core functional consultants as well, they learn the ABAP. So for them, it will be very easy to design the functional designs, understood the flow of the data. It will be very interesting and very useful for the functional people as well. That's why I suggest all functional people to go through and learn the ABAP. Even then, you don't need a coding, but still learn all this, especially the part one, what I said here. Because that is complete base of your ABAP. If you don't want to get into the programming side only, to want to be in the functional side only, but you want to be expertise in the as a techno functional you want to become, you can go through this first module 1 thoroughly. And module 2, when it comes to ABAP point of view, these are the important module pull programming. Whatever we have seen MM01, right? That has been built using this concept only, based on the GUI, graphical user interface. And OOPS programming. Complete the new concepts, everything is coming on the OOPS programming only. We'll go through all this in the second topic, second module. And we call reports topics also will go in this module. And then we'll go here. Okay. All file handling and then forms printing. Okay. And Adobe Forms will go here. Enhancements will go here. And okay, all the remaining topics will go through here other than the HANA topics here in the module 3. Transport request, everything will go through here. Performance measurement, all these things, code quality checks. Then we'll get into S4 HANA. S4 HANA will cover all these topics. Code push down concepts, new ABAP syntax, CDS views, okay, AMDP, and basic of OData as well I'll cover. These are the topics that I will be covering as part of this training. And coming to the course duration as well, duration and all, this is approximate duration. 50 hours the complete the core ABAP, all the topics, and then HANA 15 hours approximately. And project also, I'll assign the project to you as well, the real-time scenarios to simulate in our system, 10 hours. This comes approximately 75 hours. And then it may go to 100 as well, it depends. But I will extend some hours and I will complete it within 3 months. This is what I'm planning, 6:30 to 8:30, Saturday and Sunday. And because it is online, will be flexible and then we can go ahead move on accordingly as per all of your availability and my availability. Okay, this is a plan of the course contents and each class duration I said already. Okay, so any questions I will pause here for some time. You can ask the questions. System access, I'll provide 3 months our access. And ABAP opportunities point of view, yes, so definitely as I said already, right? ABAP is a core. Without ABAP, no projects will execute. Okay. So initially, what is the expectation from your side is you need to put a lot of efforts. If you put a lot of efforts, it will be very effective with the learning what you are going to do. And once you get into the project also, if you put a good efforts in this learning period, it will be easy for you and interesting as well. So complete, as I said already when I given the about this demo and information, so completely I go the data flow point of view and the practical oriented only. Maximum, not maximum, completely. Okay. So maybe just 2 minutes to explain about, to tell about myself. So I worked for Accenture for 17 years as a web developer and then as a project manager across the projects, across the levels, and as well as I worked for some time in Hong Kong and Switzerland and Italy as well. Then was more passionate about the teaching as well parallelly. So I was uh, worked for some time in 1 month in Accenture as a training department as a ABAP trainer, complete all the modules. Then from 2020 onwards, I'm working as an independent consultant. Independent consultant, I'm working as a ABAP trainer and other things. Recently, I registered my company as well, MRS IT Solutions, where so I can do all the things, trainings, projects as well. As of now, I'm focusing trainings and then freelancing things, whatever is coming. So we are in the initial stage of to take the freelancing work as well. So otherwise, I works for Capgemini as a trainer, an external trainer. I'm a freelancer trainer for the Capgemini for all freshers. We'll take all these contents same only. So 2 months training I'll provide for them, all these topics. And you all know already that group, big group I have built where we have a lot of people are available in that group exchanging the job opportunities or any doubts or anything that we can express in that group. So we will coordinate and then we will support the people, job opportunities or everything. Any specific questions you have, I can stop recording.